I'm going to work in the coffee shop today.
You got breakfast with you?
Yeah, made it last night. It's in the fridge. So what we're going to focus on right now is hip thrust to start us off today. That's going to be my main lift, but I'm going to do a couple of sets where I'm literally just holding the weight. So just getting used to this position here, squeezing up with the glutes and then hold. Hamstrings are engaged, glutes are engaged, core's a little bit braced. So about 5 to 10 seconds. So that's a couple of sets, just again holding the weight, getting the glutes and the hamstrings switched on. Now I'm going to load this up for about 3 to 5 reps, but leave probably about 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Because as I say, this is really working for me at the minute, doing it that way. Oh, that feels good. Got that 100. If your movement patterns have never demanded full glute output, your nervous system simply stops prioritising it. I genuinely think that has been an issue with me, hence the fact of having this hip resurfaced. I just don't think this glute just works properly for whatever reason. Maybe history with goalkeeping, history with going to the gym, or just over a period of time it's just, as this says, just stopped being utilised properly. I've actually been told about this from a S&C coach and a physio about this move in particular. We hinge in here and I automatically do that. To be fair, I push my bum back, my hip back. So you come over the big toe, and as soon as you do that, oh, wow, that foot pronates in ever so slightly. You can feel you're pushing down on the big toe, folding in the hip slightly. And then from here, just a little bit of a hold. But then, this is where I really struggle, is this part now, trying to keep this soft, don't extend the knee, like keep the knee soft, and then just the hip and the glute. I cannot tell you how weird that is, and just, as I say, it just doesn't seem to work properly, so I've got to keep practicing this. What I will say is with single arm sports, especially this time of this, like if you think tennis, golf, cricket to a degree, I think, there's always going to be an over dominance on that one side over a period of time. And actually, if I think about it, like goalkeeping, because I only ever use my left foot, I was never any good with my right foot. Always taking goal kicks with your left foot over that period of time, like you're always over dominant on that left leg, and my right leg's my standing leg. So when I'm doing this, that feels a lot easier hinging into my right leg, not my left leg. This is a random observation, but one thing that I ultimately notice when I go from like a heavy main lift, like a hip thrust, into something I've got to really concentrate on technique wise and slowing it down, like a single leg remain, is you could easily mess up the second exercise because you're so hyped up from the first one. Now what I mean by that is, like, working for 3 to 5 reps, you've got to get yourself in that bit of a zone because you're working heavy and fast. You take that mentality then into the next exercise, you could easily lose what you're actually trying to achieve in the second. So there's like a fluctuation up and down throughout the actual session itself. So I've gone from really hyped up on the first one to then really slow, control, think, focus, which I turn the music off. But then now I'm going back up again. So even sometimes that's a little bit tiring. Sometimes it throws around the logistics of the session. So preparation wise before the session, just arm yourself for that. Just get yourself ready to go, right, this component is fast and heavy, get yourself in the zone. Music needed for that is this. And then for something where you've got to concentrate and calm it down a bit. Like, just if you know that beforehand, it does help massively. So I'm going to get back into the first zone and carry on. Right, I'm going to be doing some pull-ups today. So we're going to start actually with the band, just for a couple of sets, just to wake everything up properly. Let's get serious now, tops come off. Right, big five, let's have a go. Yeah, nice. So I've done hip thrust, single leg Romanian, hamstring curl, line hamstring curl, vertical push pull. So I've done pull up, Arnold press, close grip pull down, single arm kneeling shoulder press. So now we're going to finish with a little bit of fun, a little bit of biceps, a little bit of triceps, session in the back. Straight up, I'll be honest with you, this is probably one of my favourite in terms of biceps. This sort of flat, overhanging, isolated bicep curl. The other way, this way, sort of this slope, 45-degree slope down, still feels good, but I do prefer this position here. A bit of cable work to finish, and there's a few things that I like to do cable wise. Not as the main stuff, but as I say, just like to finish off that little bit of burn. And it's real slow stuff, real squeeze in, and like high volume, i.e. high reps. So let's take a look at this first one. Right, so what we're going to set up with is weight is on 7.5, nothing on, just the clip. And then from here, 45-degree facing forwards, keeping the elbow tucked in. You're then going to just get a little bit of a lean away, tiny, right, and then push down from there. Now, I like in terms of variety with this is just to move around every now and again. But if I'm here and it's like, I can feel it, but there's something missing, might have to move back a bit, lean forward slightly. Okay, right, targeting it a little bit differently. And as I say, keeping it slow, just focusing on that squeeze. Right, hitting 12, I'm going to move again. So feet in, then I'm going to lean away. Again, random. 15. Now I'm going to try and replicate that and remember what I did on this side. Started in here. Then we move back a bit. And we leant away for the last 5. We did that on the other side as well. And what we've got this morning is a lovely bowl of overnight oats soaked with chia seeds and a little bit of Barbell's milkshake strawberry flavour. I'm going to mix that up, and then we're going to wash that down with 4 of your finest boiled eggs. And the reason I'm eating in the car today is because I'm going to work in a coffee shop which is just by the gym, and you know what, environment dictates performance. I get distracted at home sometimes, and when I know it's happening, I'm like, yeah, you got to switch this up now, Tom. So when I go to a coffee shop, I'm in this position where it's like I'm forced to get shit done. Right? No distractions, get shit done, focus on what you need to do. Only for a couple of hours, but I'm sometimes more productive in those 2 hours in a coffee shop than 4 hours at home. The only thing with this overnight oats, you've got to keep some milk or whatever on reserve, because I don't like it when it's too thick and it's like eating cement. You've got to get the texture quite right. So I think we've got a bit better consistency there. Nine programs, tweaked, adjusted, amended, finished, which requires a lot of focus because there's a lot of attention to detail in these programs. So do you need to just finish off the second part of this at home to give clients walkthroughs for Training Peaks, because to view the calendar on Training Peaks is a bit different. So I'm going to head back now and get that all boxed up, finished up.